A girl was sold to a remote mountain village by human traffickers to be the wife of a fool. The moment the man saw the girl, he immediately knelt down before her. The traffickers thought the young man was scared silly, so they brought out an iron chain as thick as an arm, and told the man to chain the girl at home and train her well. Little did they know, they would all pay a terrible price for this. It turned out that just moments ago, the girl's roommate, fearing that the girl would steal her high-value scholarship, had drugged her unconscious, colluded with two human traffickers to sell her to the remote mountains. When the girl woke up, she found herself tied up in the traffickers' car. Upon learning of her situation, the girl said that as long as they let her go now, she would not hold them accountable for anything. But the roommate didn't take her words seriously at all. She even took out a laptop, intending to take over the girl's top-notch thesis. As long as she changed the author's name of this thesis to her own, she could not only shock the entire scientific community, but also secure the next national scholarship for herself. After saying that, she directly published the thesis. However, she did not know that this was a top-secret thesis in the field of agriculture that was strictly prohibited from being leaked. The girl had spent 5 whole years working on it. During that time, not only did she have to help her scheming roommate with academic issues, but she also had to take time out to write the thesis. In the end, she had actually mentored an ungrateful and backstabbing person. The roommate not only showed no gratitude, but even slapped the girl hard several times. At the same time, academicians from the Academy of Agricultural Sciences saw this thesis online. They had long known that the girl was the true author of this thesis, so they called to inquire about the situation, but found that the phone could not get through no matter what. The academicians immediately realized that something might have happened to the girl. They promptly had their assistant call the police, and notified the National Security Department. The roommate, who was completely unaware of the severity of the situation, threw the girl into the car and continued on the road. However, when the girl heard the destination on the trafficker's phone navigation, she realized that the place she was being trafficked to was actually her rural hometown. The roommate noticed the roadside sign, and found that it had the same name as the girl. She then began to tease her, saying, "Even the mountains are welcoming you back." Little did she know that this road was built 3 years ago by the girl, who had donated all her scholarship money, and the villagers, who had worked together. To thank the girl, the villagers named this road after her. Not only that, under the girl's guidance, the fruits grown by the villagers had greatly improved in appearance and taste. Within a few years, the villagers had all become rich. To thank the girl for her contribution to the village chief decided to build an ancestral hall for her in the village. While everyone was busy building the ancestral hall, a single young man named Tony happily took out 20,000 yuan, and claimed that he had found a matchmaking agency to introduce him to a partner, who was about to arrive at the village entrance. He said he would come back later to help with the construction of the ancestral hall, but the villagers thought he had been scammed, and would eventually lose both his money and the person. At this point, the human traffickers had already arrived at the village entrance. The unsuspecting Tony hurried over to greet them. Seeing his honest and simple appearance, the traffickers immediately wanted to raise the price on the spot, increasing the agreed-upon introduction fee to 80,000 yuan. Fearing that the man would back out, they kept praising the girl, saying that she was not only beautiful,